Hi guys, welcome back to Loggery. How are you all doing? I hope all of you are doing fine, all of you are great, all of you are safe. So in today's session, we are going to discuss about that how you can prepare for Maharashtra CET 5-year law entrance exam, that is your BA LLB entrance exam with board exams in 50 days from zero. So yeah, this was one of the highly requested videos. We know हमें पता है कि the board exams are clashing with your Maharashtra CET 5-year law entrance exam, which is not a good thing. But we can just come up with solutions, and that is what I have done. We are going to write letters to the Ministry of Education and the State Education Board, the organization which is conducting the exam, and telling them that not only with the board exams, even your 3-year law entrance exams is also clashing with the CS exams, I suppose. So we are going to do that, but in the meanwhile, as the present scenario, जो आज की situation है उसके according we need to prepare, and you guys said that I should come up with a schedule. So in this video, as always, I'm going to talk about the important topics. I'm going to talk about the syllabus. I'm going to talk about the books from wherein you need to study, and thereafter I'm going to give you a schedule, and we are going to discuss what you can do. Now the best thing that I have started doing is I'm not only give you a schedule, like one fixed schedule, I'm also going to talk about how you can change the schedule, how you can use the days that you have. That ways this video is not only going to help those people who want to just follow my schedule, that ways students who want to know that what are the different methods, what are the different options that they have to manage time for this exam with the board exams. This video is going to help them as well. So do watch this video. Let's get started. Yeah guys, welcome to Loggery. I hope you have subscribed to Loggery's YouTube channel and hit that bell notification on so that you do not miss any of our videos. And I hope you're following us on Instagram. We're there by the name at I am Loggery. We do pretty motivational stuff out there. If you want to stay happy, if you want to stay motivated, and if you want to stay connected a little more with Loggery, then do follow us on Instagram. So there are different types of students who are going to give this exam. Number one are those जिनके board exams खत्म हो गए. Your board exams are finished. I've shared the video, like I've shared a specific schedule for all of you guys there who do not have their board exams, या फिर उनके board exams खत्म हो गए हैं, या फिर आप एक dropper हो जो specifically exams दे रहे हो 5-year law entrance exams. तो ये आपके लिए वीडियो ऑलरेडी हो चुकी है, लिंक आपको डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में मिल जाएगा. राइट, इन दिस वीडियो वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट पीपल students whose board exams are yet to take place. For example, CBSE board exams are beginning on 26th April. ठीक है ना, 26th April को आपके exams हैं, ठीक है ना, से आपके exams हैं, right? So अब क्या है, we still have 1 month बिफोर का टाइम, लाइक मार्च से लेकर अप्रैल के बीच में जो आपका टाइम है उसके अंदर आपके पास 1 मंथ है. तो इस 1 मंथ में यस, आप MH-CET की बिल्कुल तैयारी कर सकते हो. आप बोर्ड एग्जाम्स के साथ साथ भी तैयारी कर सकते हो, उसकी डिस्कशन करेंगे इस वीडियो में हम, ठीक है ना. अब क्या है कि अगर तो आप यू आर डन विद द सिलेबस, देन ऑब्वियसली यू नीड टू क्रिएट अ शेड्यूल फॉर रिविजन एंड यू नीड टू टेक मॉक टेस्ट. मॉक टेस्ट आपको लॉगरी पर मिल जाएंगे. सून वी आर गोइंग टू लॉन्च मॉक टेस्ट फॉर MH-CET. महाराष्ट्र CET 5-year एंड 3-year के मॉक टेस्ट लॉगरी पर ही अवेलेबल होंगे. वहाँ पर आप मॉक टेस्ट दे सकते हैं एंड रिविजन का अपना शेड्यूल स्टार्ट कर दीजिए अगर आप इस स्टेज पर हैं, ठीक है ना, यू आर डन विद द सिलेबस. सेकेंड स्टेज ये है कि यू हैव नॉट स्टार्टेड. इफ यू हैव नॉट स्टार्टेड और आप स्टार्ट करना चाहते हैं तो ये जो पर्टिकुलर वीडियो है ये आपके लिए बहुत हेल्पफुल होगी, ठीक है ना. और लेफ्ट विद सम टॉपिक्स, डन विद अदर्स, देन ऑल्सो दिस वीडियो इज गोइंग टू हेल्प यू आउट, बिकॉज इसके अंदर आपको पता चल जाएगा इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स कौन से हैं, अगर बहुत सिलेबस पढ़ा है तो कैसे कवर करना है, वो सब कुछ, राइट. तो ये अब हम बात करते हैं कि जिनको बिल्कुल जीरो स्क्रैच से या जिनका सिलेबस अभी कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ है तो वो कैसे प्रिपेयर कर सकते हैं इस एग्जाम के लिए. ओके, सो आर बोर्ड एग्जाम्स इम्पॉर्टेंट एनी मोर? Are 12th board exams important anymore? Because look, if you want to go for law, as far as I know, the backup कि अगर लॉ में अच्छे कॉलेज में एडमिशन नहीं होता है तो बैकअप क्या रहता है कि चलो दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी से BA कर लो, BBA कर लो, BCom कर लो, ठीक है. बट आपने क्या ये नया नोटिस पढ़ा है, पब्लिक नोटिस जो अभी आया है, कॉमन यूनिवर्सिटी एंट्रेंस टेस्ट नाम की चीज़ के बारे में आपको पता है? CUET क्या कह रही है, पढ़ लेते हैं. द कॉमन यूनिवर्सिटी एंट्रेंस टेस्ट फॉर एडमिशन इन अंडर ग्रेजुएट प्रोग्राम्स फ्रॉम द अकेडमिक सेशन 2022-2023 in all UGC funded central universities will be conducted in 13 languages, namely Hindi, Marathi, Gujarati, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Urdu, Assamese. Bengali, Punjabi, Odia, and English by the National Testing Agency (NTA). The CUET may also be adopted by the state, private, deemed to be universities. नाउ वो कह रहे हैं कि जो अंडर ग्रेजुएट यूजी कोर्सेज हैं आपके, जो ये सारे हैं बीए बीकॉम और भी सारे, उनके लिए क्या होगा, एक अलग से एंट्रेंस टेस्ट होगा। और कहा जा रहा है, देखा जा रहा है कि जो सिलेबस है उसके अंदर करंट अफेयर्स, स्टैटिक, जीके, आपका एनालिटिकल रीजनिंग, लॉजिकल रीजनिंग, ये सारा जो हम लॉ के लिए पढ़ रहे हैं, जो बेसिक सेक्शंस हैं, जो सेम सेक्शंस हैं, या आपके इंग्लिश जो है रीडिंग कॉम्प्रीहेंशन वाला पार्ट जो है वो आपका सेम रहेगा। तो कहीं ना कहीं जो आपका बैकअप था कि अगर मेरे को एक अच्छा लॉ कॉलेज नहीं मिलता है तो चलो मैं ग्रेजुएशन अच्छे कॉलेज से करके फिर 3 ईयर लॉ कोर्स कर लूंगी, वो भी आपका एंट्रेंस एग्जाम बेस्ड हो गया है। पढ़ना आपको वहां पे भी करंट अफेयर्स और यही पड़ेगा, यही आपकी जो MH-CET वाली पढ़ाई है वहां पर काम आएगी। these very sections are going to help you in clearing CUET exam, right? So is 12th relevant anymore? That's the question that you need to ask, and the decision cannot be taken only by you. You need to sit with your parents and take the decision that if you score as less as 65% or maybe 70% in your 12th board exams, are they fine with it? You need to show them this notification. This is a public notice officially posted on UGC's website. I'll share the link with you. You can take them through the website and then show them the notice and discuss it with them. Is 12th relevant anymore? The next 1 month, yes, you need to study for 12th. You need to pass 12th because that is what is the eligibility criteria. That is what is going to be the eligibility criteria. But even if you're scoring less, doesn't matter, because that fight of 97.5, 98, 95.5% is no more relevant. What is relevant is that are you able to clear the entrance exam or not for your UG test that is going to happen. So yeah, this is something that you need to decide, because if you prepare for MH-CET, in a way you are also preparing for CUET. So this is another question that is up that you need to answer for yourself. Now, answer some questions and take some important decisions. Now, number one question that I have for you is, which is the subject that you are already good at? Now, there are two subjects. यहाँ पे दो subjects हैं, मैथ्स और इंग्लिश, जो आपने already स्कूल में पढ़े हुए हैं। क्या आप इन दोनों में या दोनों में से एक सब्जेक्ट में अच्छे हो? इफ यस, तो आप 2 से 3 दिन में मैथ्स, अगर आप मैथ्स में अच्छे हो तो मैथ्स का सिलेबस, इंग्लिश में अच्छे हो तो इंग्लिश का, दोनों में अच्छे हो तो दोनों का सिलेबस आप 2 से 3 दिन में खत्म कर सकते हो। यू कैन कंप्लीट द सिलेबस ऑफ बोथ these subjects within 2 to 3 days, because then there is no understanding which is happening. There is just revision that is going to take place. ठीक है ना? You're going to quickly revise things and you're done, right? If you're not good with maths and English both, then there's no problem. I'm going to give you a schedule. I'm going to tell you how you can study the entire syllabus from scratch, right? But if you are good at English, or if you're good with maths or English, then please go for this one, because then it would get easier for you to complete the syllabus quickly, right? The next question is, how many hours you can give to MH-CET law entrance exam? Now, these are your board exams happening, and during the board exams itself we have your MH-CET exam, right? Now, before the board exams आपके पास 1 month है, ठीक है ना? Now, what is there is that either in this 1 month you give 5 hours plus, or maybe 5 to 6 hours, and you complete the syllabus, okay? And you complete the syllabus. Now it is up to you that आपको boards को importance देनी है, कितनी देनी है, ठीक है? और you keep on studying for entire time till your MH-CET it doesn't take place for 3 hours, like 3 hours every day. This or this you have to do, either 3 hours every day or 5 to 6 hours, and complete the syllabus. Here you just give 1 to 2 hours for revision, right? One thing you have to decide. Now, I did a poll. I asked you guys on Instagram. Most of you said that yes, we can give 3 hours very easily. So 3 hours is what I'm expecting of you. Minimum 3 hours every day. Minimum 3 hours. And if you can do that, that you give, in the 1 month that you have, that is from 26 March to 26 April, the 1 month that you have, you give 5 hours and complete the syllabus. Thereafter 3 hours with boards wherein you revise everything. Then no one can stop you from clearing MH-CET exam. समझ में आ गया क्या कह रही हूँ? कि जो 1 month है उसके अंदर आप फटाफट से सिलेबस कंप्लीट कर लो। बाकी का जो टाइम पड़ा है, मई के 15 डेज जहाँ पे आपके बोर्ड्स भी चल रहे हैं, आप रिवाइज कर लो। बाकी का टाइम जो है बोर्ड्स के साथ साथ अगर रिविजन कर ले तो MH-CET की, तो उससे बढ़िया बात हो ही नहीं सकती है, ठीक है ना? नाउ ये एक बात है जो मैंने आपसे पूछ ली है कि आप बोर्ड ये वाला समझा दिया है, कैन यू पुट इन मोर टाइम्स, कैन यू पुट इन मोर देन 3 hours फॉर 1 month बिफोर द बोर्ड एग्जाम बिगिन। अगर ये कर सकते हो बहुत फायदे में रहोगे। इफ नो तो आपको कॉन्टिन्यूसली टाइम देना पड़ेगा इवन ड्यूरिंग बोर्ड्स। अगर आप फ्रॉम जीरो स्टार्ट करो, अगर फ्रॉम स्क्रैच स्टार्ट करो, अगर आपका बहुत ज़्यादा सिलेबस पड़ा है, ठीक है ना। अबाउट द एग्जाम, इट इज़ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू नो अबाउट द एग्जाम। नंबर वन थिंग इज इट इज़ इन online mode. You have to go to the center, they'll provide you a desktop there, and there you will be giving the exam. There are going to be multiple sessions, and if required the centers would be in the state of Maharashtra and selected centers from the other states. Okay, then the questions will be objective multiple choice questions with 4 options, MCQ type of questions, MCQ type के questions होंगे, right? There is no negative marking, which is a very important point. No negative marking. This is the power which needs to be used very wisely. The time allotted is 2 hours. आपको 2 घंटे दिए जाएंगे. Language of the exam is language of the exam is English and Marathi. Again, very important. Now, one of the most asked questions: how many marks you need to score? कितना स्कोर करना पड़ेगा कि मेरी जीएलसी बॉम्बे में एडमिशन हो जाए, कि मेरी आईएलएस पुणे में एडमिशन हो जाए. These are the top colleges, right? Now, if you now the cutoff for, let's have a look at the cutoff ऑफ 2021, मतलब लास्ट स्टूडेंट जिसकी एडमिशन हुई उसका कितना स्कोर था, सीईटी स्कोर कितना था. अगर आप ओएमएस हैं, मतलब ओएमएस का मतलब होता है आउटसाइड महाराष्ट्र स्टूडेंट, मतलब अगर आप महाराष्ट्र को नहीं बिलोंग करते हैं, महाराष्ट्र से नहीं किसी और स्टेट से हैं, तो आप ओएमएस हैं, ठीक है ना. अगर आप ओएमएस हैं तो जो लास्ट स्टूडेंट एडमिट हुए 2021 में 119 थी, मतलब ये अप्रॉक्स है, एग्जैक्ट ढूंढना थोड़ा मुश्किल है, बट अप्रॉक्स मैं आपको बता रही हूँ यही था 119 जिनकी जेएलसी बॉम्बे में एडमिशन हुई, मुंबई में, ठीक है. एमएस जो है वो है महाराष्ट्र के स्टूडेंट, मतलब अगर आप डोमिसाइल होल्डर है महाराष्ट्र के तो आप महाराष्ट्र के स्टूडेंट हैं. और जो लास्ट स्टूडेंट जिनकी एडमिशन हुई वो थे 103 उनका स्कोर था जिनकी जेएलसी बॉम्बे में हुई. उसके बाद आईएलएस पुणे में ओएमएस 114, एमएस 102. जो टॉप स्कोर था वो था 127 दोनों कैटेगरीज में, ठीक है ना. तो सेफ स्कोर ओएमएस के लिए जो रहता है वो है 125 प्लस, और एमएस के लिए मतलब महाराष्ट्र स्टूडेंट्स के लिए जो रहता है वो रहता है 120 प्लस. मतलब कहीं ना कहीं सेम स्कोरिंग ही है, 120 to 125 प्लस आपका रहता है अगर आपको एडमिशन चाहिए जीएलसी बॉम्बे में. इफ यू वांट एडमिशन इन जीएलसी बॉम्बे देन दिस इज व्हाट यू नीड टू सेट योर aim at. Okay, now let's talk about marks distribution. Legal aptitude and legal reasoning 40 marks, general knowledge with current affairs 30 marks, logical and analytical reasoning 40 marks, English 30 marks, mathematical aptitude 10 marks, total comes to 150. ठीक है, तो अब हम we are going to discuss each and every section, discuss section wise discussion होगी, and thereafter when we discuss the sections there only I'm going to tell you which are the important topics, and we are going to talk about the books or the resources. Okay, let's get started. Legal aptitude. So legal aptitude is of 40 marks, right? The topics that we need to cover: torts, contracts, criminal law, and Indian constitution. For Indian constitution I have my own course also, you can enroll for that if you want to speed up your preparation. It's a very good option at this point of time. Right now, from where you have to study the book. So the book that you need to buy is, जो book आपको खरीदनी है इन टॉपिक्स को पढ़ने के लिए वो है यूनिवर्सल्स की बुक, ठीक है ना. ये बुक आपको खरीदनी है, उसके अंदर से आपको टॉर्च, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स, क्रिमिनल लॉ और इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन पढ़ना है, ठीक है ना. यूनिवर्सल्स की बुक का जो नाम है वो मैं आपको बता देती हूँ. जो बुक का नाम है वो है यूनिवर्सल्स गाइड टू क्लैट एंड एलएलबी एंट्रेंस एग्जामिनेशन. इसका 32nd एडिशन आ गया है, आप वो बाय कर सकते हैं, रिसेंट वाला. अगर पुराना ऑलरेडी आपके पास है तो आप उसमें से भी यू कैन स्टडी, राइट. तो यूनिवर्सल्स की गाइड टू क्लैट एंड एलएलबी लॉ एंट्रेंस एग्जाम्स आपको खरीदनी है. उसमें से आपको लीगल एप्टीट्यूड कवर करना है. नाउ लीगल एप्टीट्यूड में दो टाइप्स ऑफ क्वेश्चंस होते हैं, ठीक है ना. नंबर वन टाइप इज योर नॉर्मल लीगल जीके बोल दीजिए, जो एमसीक्यू टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चंस होंगे, ठीक है ना. द थ्योरी दैट यू आर गोइंग टू रीड इन दीज टॉपिक्स, क्वेश्चंस आर गोइंग टू बी फ्रॉम दैट. These are your legal GK type of questions. The second type is fact and principle. Now what is this fact and principle? Agar you are new to the world of law entrance exams, then I would recommend that you watch my legal reasoning video. Legal reasoning, the link is going to be in the description box. How to solve legal reasoning questions. तो ये fact and principle वाले questions होते हैं, इनको ही legal reasoning बोलते हैं. So how to solve legal reasoning questions that I have discussed in one of my videos. Here I'm going to tell you how to prepare. how to make sure that how to study and how to prepare for these questions that you are able to solve. Now when you are studying these topics, you have to learn them. You have to learn them because you have to answer MCQ type of questions from them. You also have to understand them because you have to do reasoning, you have to do analysis, which is an easy analysis, not at all difficult. For that, when you see my video, you will be in a better position to understand, right? You have to prepare for both types of questions, and you'll find both types of questions in the universals book soon. Like when this video goes live, the very next day or day after, I'll go through the universals book with you, and we'll mark the entire book for you so that it gets easier for you to study from universals book. Promise. Even if I forget, you need to comment down below and force me that post that video, because I'm going to sit with my universals guide, you sit with yours, and we mark it together. That kind of video is going to be up, right? So this is what you need to study for legal aptitude. Okay, now talking about GK can be divided into two. One is static GK, right? And the other part is your current affairs. Now what is static GK? Static GK is your history, geography, मतलब जो same रहेगा, this thing which is not going to change, that kind of thing is your static GK. Some people call it general studies also, right? This is the subject that is there. You have to study this, to cover this for the exam. And then you have current affairs, right? Who is the head, then important awards, government schemes, right? What is happening in the world, in the nation, we need to know everything. And they very clearly say, if we read about it, the subject is to assess the knowledge of recent happenings and awareness of the world. That is what they say about current affairs of the past 1 year. तो हमारी जो duration बनती है, we need to cover from May 2021 till May 2022, the current affairs. Now let's talk about the static GK part first. Let's talk about the static GK part first. Now because हमारे पास time कम है, because we are not having the luxury of time, I would recommend that you should not go for books like that of Arihant, Pearson's, like that of Lewson's. I won't recommend. ये क्रॉस है क्योंकि हमारे पास टाइम ही नहीं है इन बुक्स के लिए, हमारे बोर्ड एग्जाम्स भी हैं, right? What you should do instead is from your universals book only, you will find the topics like that of history, geography, civics is your Indian constitution, we have already covered that in legal aptitude. Important days, general science, economics, जो underline किए हुए हैं और जो bold में, the topics that are in bold and have been underlined are important. So from universals, you're going to study the MCQs, you're going to learn the MCQs. Now you'll say it's very difficult to learn. So what you need to do, say you pick up 50 MCQs every day and you read the MCQ, find out from Google why the answer is, why, what it is. Note down the extra information that you found from Google so that it gets easier for you to learn, because now you know the reason behind the answer, right? This is what you're going to do. Now why we are doing this? Because these books are lengthy. Number one, they are lengthy, difficult to find what is important. It is difficult to find that what is important. It is difficult to find that what is important. और यहाँ पर जब हम यूनिवर्सल्स में से पढ़ रहे हैं तो हमारे रिपीट होते हैं एमसीक्यूज रिपीट भी हो जाते हैं, बिकॉज यहाँ पे हम प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस भी कवर करेंगे स्टैटिक जीके के. वी आर गोइंग टू कवर प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस ऑफ स्टैटिक जीके ऑल्सो. So this is the best thing that we can do because we are short of time. So this is what you need to do. Okay, now talking about current affairs, I have already discussed about the duration. We need to cover from May 2021 till your May 2022. Now what you can do is very easy, go for this magazine called Titsbits, because again shortage of time, you need to buy this magazine called Titsbits annual edition, very easily available. So you have to buy this magazine. Now in the annual edition you'll be able to cover 2021 ka news, you'll be able to cover the news for 2021. Now what about 2022? I don't have space, let me make some space. So 2022, for 2022 you have various options. You can follow Titsbits monthly editions, either you can go for monthly editions or what you of Titsbits, or you can go for monthly editions for of IS Vision, Drishti IS. There are a lot of magazines, right? Pratyogita Darpan, any of these magazines. You need to study the editions from January 2022 till May 2022, right? Clear on that? This is how you cover your current affairs. आई नो लर्निंग करंट अफेयर्स इज़ नॉट ईजी, जो करंट अफेयर्स उनको याद करना ईजी नहीं है, तो आप अपनी जो मैगज़ीन है उसके अंदर ही पढ़ें, उसके अंदर ही मेक योर नोट्स इन द मैगज़ीन, right? Mark, underline if you're reading a paragraph, and out of that you are able to take out 4 to 5 points. Side पर उन points को लिख लो, on the side write down those points, revise again and again. अगर सुबह current affairs पढ़े, शाम को दोबारा पढ़ लो. If you have read current affairs in the morning, revise them in the evening, then on the weekend, then again next weekend. Keep on revising. Revising is the key. More you revise, more you're able to retain and remember. Okay, let's talk about English. Now the syllabus for English can be divided into 3 major parts. Right, number one is your reading comprehension, which can fetch you minimum 4 to 5 marks. 4 से 5 क्वेश्चन सही हो जाते हैं इसके, ठीक है. The next is your grammar. The topics are subject verb agreement. Let me write it down for you. Subject verb agreement, tenses, then you have your prepositions. On the basis of these, you will get questions like that of spotting errors, finding errors, common errors. These questions are going to be there, right? Then the third part is, I call them everyday learning. What is everyday learning? Your synonyms, antonyms, जो भगवान के भरोसे करने पड़ेंगे, बहुत ज़्यादा होते हैं ये और टाइम बहुत कम है. Then you have your idioms, then you have one word substitution, then you have spelling correction. ठीक है, spelling correction. I'm going to tell you how you have to cover the syllabus, right? Reading comprehension, obviously this is an important topic. You can cover even in a short time. Right now you need to cover these from Universal's book itself. If you're preparing for other exams like that of CLAT and you have Arun Sharma and all that, then obviously it is covered and you can cover from that book. But if you have to cover within the time frame that you have, then I think Universal's is the best for practice, right? Now thereafter comes grammar. In grammar you have subject verb agreement, tenses and prepositions. If you're good with English and you just want to revise, then I think you can go back to your school books and do that. But if you don't have anything or you're not good with these and you want that I should recommend a book, then you can go for a book called SP Bakshi by Arihant. Now everyday learnings, for this you need to take out 30 minutes extra, wherein you learn 10 idioms every day, 10 one word substitutes every day, 10 antonyms, synonyms every day. If you can do that, great. Otherwise, I'm afraid you have to leave this topic because we are short of time. Very clearly I'm telling you, you might have to leave this everyday learning part because we are short of time, but this part is coverable. ठीक है ना, ये वाला part आप cover कर सकते हो. Okay, are we clear with the books and everything? For everyday learning, if you want to learn idioms and everything, again you can do that from SP Bakshi. Many lists are given. You can also cover the same from our website, that is www.logiri.com. Okay, talking about logical reasoning. Logical reasoning is of 40 marks. 40 marks. Therefore, it is important. Number one, it is important because of the number of questions that are going to be there from this in this section. Number two, it is important because if we understand the concept, number one, and if we are able to practice and build a speed, अगर हम practice करके एक अच्छी speed बना लेते हैं तो हमारा काम हो गया. There is no learning here, no learning. तो easy है, concept समझना है. There is no learning, तो हमारे लिए बहुत ही ज़्यादा beneficial होगा. There is no learning here, which is beneficial for us. We have to understand the concept, we have to practice, build the speed. So therefore, it is as important. Legal aptitude is easy. Logical reasoning is understanding the concept, no learning. Therefore, it can be one of the subjects sections wherein you score really good. Okay, so let's have a look at the topics. ठीक है ना, जो topics हैं वो कौन से आपके. Coding decoding is a very important topic. Around 10 questions, right? 2 questions, blood relations, puzzle test around 4 questions, direction sense test, series completion, analogy. All the topics are important for us. For these topics on this side, you have to buy a book called Verbal and Non-Verbal Reasoning by R.S. Agarwal. Verbal and Non-Verbal Reasoning by R.S. Agarwal. This is the book that you have to buy. Right, now this book is a bulky book, बहुत ही मोटी book है ये, but you have to solve only these topics. ये topics आपने solve कर लिए तो आपका part हो गया, you're done. Right, Now, this is a bulky book and we have less time, shortage of time है हमारे पास. So what you will do is that you'll solve all the examples. All the examples you're going to solve. Plus, in the exercise, you are going to solve some questions. You're going to go for pick and choose method, wherein you will solve questions that are different, right? एंड ऑल्सो एज आई ऑलवेज से कि जब आपको कोई ट्रिक पता चले इसका सॉल्विंग का, उसको नोट कर लो ट्रिक को. अगर कोई रॉन्ग आंसर है, उसको रॉन्ग क्वेश्चन अटेम्प्ट किया उसको मार्क कर लो, प्लस जो डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चन है उनको भी मार्क कर लो, ताकि रिविजन के टाइम पे आप ये सब कुछ पढ़ सको एंड आप सॉल्व कर सको. ये आपको करना है फॉर लॉजिकल रीजनिंग. ठीक है. सो दिस इज व्हाट यू नीड टू डू. ये आपको करना है फॉर दिस पार्ट. नाउ लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द अदर पार्ट, दैट इज योर assumptions, statement and conclusion, forcefulness of arguments, evaluating inference, syllogisms. Now, so talking about critical reasoning, assumptions, statement and conclusion, forcefulness of arguments, evaluating inference and syllogisms. Now, here in this exam, this part is very, very important. So, if we might have to leave some topics, we will only cover syllogisms and conclusion, and we might leave the rest of it if we do not have time, right? Because we are less on time, we have board exams also, we have to give MH-CET also. So this is a problem of which we are going to discuss the solution very soon. तो ये एक problem है कि हम might be we are not able to cover the entire syllabus, so we are going to cover the important topics. Now, but for this I'm going to tell you the book. Of course, for critical reasoning you need to go for MK Pandey. तो book आती है Analytical Reasoning. क्या नाम है बुक का? Analytical Reasoning by MK Pandey. ये बुक आपको बाय करनी है. और इस बुक में सबसे अच्छी बात यह है कि वहाँ पे एक टॉपिक है, देयर इज अ टॉपिक कॉल्ड सॉल्विंग प्रॉब्लम्स. ठीक है ना. जो ये सॉल्विंग प्रॉब्लम्स करके आपका चैप्टर है ना, इसके अंदर आपका ये वाला पार्ट एक्सप्लेन्ड है, सारा का सारा ये वाला पार्ट बहुत अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन्ड है इस चैप्टर में. तो ये भी आपको हेल्प मिल जाएगी MK पांडे वाली बुक में से. स्पीड अप कर देगा ये आपकी प्रिपरेशन को, क्योंकि यहाँ पर आपको दिमाग लगाने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. यू वोंट बी फोर्स्ड टू अप्लाई योर ओन ब्रेन. यू कैन जस्ट स्टडी द थ्योरी फ्रॉम हेयर फॉर दीज चैप्टर्स एंड सॉल्व द क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम हेयर. Okay, this is an investment, but you need to make this investment to speed up your preparation. Okay, so this is what you have to do for your logical reasoning. Maths is of how many marks? 10 marks. ठीक है. maths आपका कितने marks का है? 10 marks का है. Mathematical aptitude. This section is to test the numerical ability of candidates. The mathematics questions will be set from 10th standard level of various topics including profit and loss, speed and distance, time and work, algebra, average, Venn diagram. Right, so now I'll give you a list of all the topics and we'll discuss the books in the next slide. Maths के अंदर जो topics हमें cover करने हैं वो हैं ये सारे topics हमारे. Profit and loss is very important, speed and distance is very important, time and work, average, percentage, Venn diagram, algebra. Right, these are the topics that we have to cover from 18 Days Wonder by S. Chand. We'll be covering the topics that we have underlined and are in bold. Underlined are in bold are very, very important. ठीक है. अगर हमें ये करने का टाइम नहीं मिलेगा तो एटलीस्ट वी कैन लर्न द formulas, that in case we can hit and try there if we know the formulas, right? So these are the topics that we have to cover from 18 Days Wonder by S. Chand. Okay, let's talk about the schedule, the day-to-day schedule. Now I need your 3 hours since you are having your board exams. 1 hour every day to your current affair magazine, one hour every day to your current affairs magazine, then 2 hours to the other subject. There are going to be 2 slots, 2-hour slot and then 1-hour slot, right? That's it. 3 hours that you're going to give to your MH-CET preparation. First we are going to complete our legal reasoning. We are completing our legal aptitude part. Thereafter we start with our logical reasoning part. Since coding decoding is very, very important, we are covering it first. Okay, thereafter we start with our static GK part, which is again important. Thereafter, now the problem is that some of you are saying that we can give 2 to 3 hours only. Like if you are able to give 2 to 3 hours only, then I have created a schedule for you. But if you can give extra time, if you find extra time, or if you can give extra time, or you are ready to give 5 hours or 6 hours or anything of that sort at any point of time, then these are the topics that you have to pick. Ye sare topics you have to pick. Firstly, you need to cover your maths. It is important, 10 marks. Okay, then from static GK our economics is left. We have to only solve the MCQ. So what I mean to say is that follow the schedule that I have given for 3 hours every day. Follow the schedule that I have given. But in case you have extra time, or in case you are willing to give extra time, आप देना चाहते हो 3 hours से ऊपर, तो आप कौन से टॉपिक्स को एडजस्ट करोगे स्केड्यूल में? ये वाले टॉपिक्स को, ठीक है ना? और सबसे पहले इसके अंदर आप कौन सा करोगे? मैथ्स एडजस्ट करोगे. रीडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेंशन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज इट कैन फेच यू गुड 5 marks. सो यू कैन, देयर आर टाइम्स व्हेन यू फाइंड फ्री टाइम एंड यू लाइक, अब मैं क्या करूं? That, keep that schedule, and even in that schedule, once you're done with this, no, and you have extra time from last, pick up some topics from the last days, and try that you're able to complete the syllabus 10 days before than what I have given, so that in those 10 days you can revise, so that in those 10 days you can revise plus you can attempt mock test. So this is what you have to do. So that is what I have done this time. ये थोड़ा अलग किया मैंने कि आप लोग adjust कर सकें, ठीक है ना? अगर आपके पास ज्यादा टाइम है तो ये टॉपिक्स, मतलब मान लीजिए आप 3 hours पढ़ लिए आज, उसके बाद you have 2 hours extra, so you are going to pick up this list and you're going to cover topics from this list in those 2 hours. मान लीजिए, let's assume that this list is finished, you're done with this list, then if you have extra time, what you're going to study? Current affairs. If not current affairs, then what you're going to do? You're going to pick up topics from last 15 days. पीछे से start कर दोगे schedule का कि क्या क्या मैं जल्दी खत्म कर सकता हूँ, ताकि हमारा aim क्या है? aim क्या है हमारा? completing the syllabus. हमारा aim क्या है? completing the syllabus. ये हमें करना है. This can be done. This can be done, guys. बोर्ड जो है उनकी रेलेवेंस बहुत कम हो गई है क्योंकि CUET का एग्जाम आ गया है. तो अगर आपका बैकअप ऑप्शन BA, BBA, BCom है, उसके लिए तो अब टेस्ट देना पड़ेगा ना दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी में, तो यू हैव टू गिव द एग्जाम. सो प्लीज सिट डाउन एंड थिंक ओवर दिस. येस, यू कैन प्रिपेयर फॉर दिस एग्जाम MH-CET 5 year in the days that you have. 50 days है आपके पास, अब बिल्कुल बिल्कुल इस एग्जाम की तैयारी कर सकते हो. डुएबल है. बुक्स मैंने आपको बता दी है, तरीके मैंने आपको बता दिए हैं. अगर आप स्टार्टिंग में जल्दी से 20 days में 5 to 6 hours दे दोगे तो आपका सिलेबस जल्दी से खत्म हो जाएगा, एंड देन यू कैन रिवाइज एंड रिवाइज. If you want to know that how you should study, how you should divide your preparation into different stages, the video is going to be up soon and I'll leave the link in the description box for you guys. राइट. अगर अभी भी आपको लगता है कि आपकी प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व नहीं हुई है, आपको लग रहा है, इफ यू वांट दैट यू शुड हैव अ पर्सनल सेशन विद मी, देन यू कैन बुक अ one-on-one सेशन विद मी. यू कैन ऑल्सो गो फॉर माई मेंटरशिप सेशन. मेंटरशिप सेशन के अंदर यू गेट टू टॉक टू मी डायरेक्टली वेन एवर यू वॉन्ट टू. We can get on a call, you can chat with me whenever you want to. All the details of the mentorship session are going to be in the description box, so do check that out. You can also buy our Indian Constitution course. Please support Blogery. And yeah, that's it. And if you have any query related to MH-CET 5-year law entrance exam, you can comment down below. You can also message me on Instagram at @IamBlogery. I am going to completely finish the backlog that is there on Instagram of the messages soon. So do ask your queries there. That's it. Loggery signing off. I'll see you super soon. You guys keep on studying.